Accidents are unplanned occurrences that result in injuries, illness, death, and loss of property. While there's no way to completely eliminate accidents, there are certain plans, preparations, and actions that can be taken to reduce them. This informed the decision of Olusegun Obasanjo Center for Engineering Innovation at the Federal Polytechnic Ado-Ekiti to organize an intensive training for its staff on health, safety, and environment. Speaking to journalists at the end of the 2 weeks training program tagged HSE, Training the Trainers by Onshore and Offshore Training Institute in Ado-Ekiti, the capital of Ekiti State, the director of Olusegun Obasanjo Center for Engineering Innovation, Federal Polytechnic Ado-Ekiti, Engineer Ebenezer Adefidipe, said the training program that is first of its kind in the area is targeted at making the people to be safety conscious in workplace and at home before an accident occurs.
One of the major factors, especially in any establishment, is safety. And we look at it that for anyone to be engaged in any organization, we see the need to be safety conscious. And to this effect, we look at it that if our products should be imbibed with this consciousness, that at least for those at the graduate level, the HND2 and our ND2, we can involve them in this training. So that's what informed us to say, okay, let's see what we can do to have a kind of professional training and making this place a center so that those students will be able to have the opportunity of engaging and having such training with certificate. They will become a certified safety officer.
The trainer, Daniel Okure, explained the importance of basic skills and the fundamental steps to be taken during first aid administration.
HSE, which is Health, Safety and Environment, is a way of life, an act of being safe, how you do things in order for you to avoid getting injured or falling ill, avoiding accidents. So it's an act of being safe. The first day, like we have it, the people were in the class like people coming into a new field. But after the end of the first day, there were testimonies of change in orientation. So they discovered that the things they were doing wrongly, that were purely unsafe acts and working in an unsafe condition, they now realized that if they desist from such, the chances of not getting involved in accidents regularly is almost 100%.
He also speaks on different health hazards and method of prevention.
Injury will come. Some even lead to death. How do you put the story that from water calling somebody died and the case is in court? So unsafe act is an act that HSE forbids. Unsafe act on unsafe condition is what causes accidents. There are some workplaces that you see, whenever there's a fire outbreak or somebody died, they'll say they use people for money ritual in such places. It's an unsafe act and unsafe condition. All of this can be averted when you put the right safety measure.
Some of the participants at the training session also spoke about what they learned.
Before the training started, we have a different ideas and different notation. For some of us are even ignorant about what it means for us to be conscious of our environment, safety and health. But it has been so impactful. I can assure you that anybody that goes through this training will never remain the same. Your orientation will change, your perception will change.
I've learned about the hazards that can occur on the site when a project is being carried on. So, and how to manage the risk, how to manage the risk, then the sole precaution.
Anytime I step out now into site, I have to mandate my workers, the foreman, to put on their PPE, which is very important for us in site to avoid injuries.
The novel initiative at the Olusegun Obasanjo Center for Engineering and Innovation has proved that it is the responsibility of every individual to play an active role in maintaining safety.
People of the Fountain.